So what I have set up here is I've got a quick video of my dog Brinkley, and about this time he looks over, and I've got a freeze frame around about the a minute and a half mark. So I want a title to appear about at that spot that's going to overlay the screen. It's going to have his name come up. So about this area, I'm going to pull in my title. So I'm going to go ahead and right click over here to my left, my project bin, and I'm right clicking in the open area here that I don't have any particular items. So I'm going to right click and it's going to pull up a new item. And there's quite a few things we can do with this quad menu. I just want to do a title. So I'm going to click title, and it automatically sets my sequence settings that I have for my video. And I'm going to go ahead and type his name, Brinkley, and click OK. And now it pulls up my title dialog box inside of Premiere. And there's a lot of fancy things that you can do with titles. We're going to look at those a little bit later in another video. But over here to the left, I have my type tool. I also have vertical type if I want that. I want horizontal type, so I'm going to click type tool, click inside of the area here, and I want to type in Brinkley, spell it correctly. And I'm going to go back to my selection tool to move that title where I want. Now, a couple of things once we plant our title on top of the video. Up here, you see a show background video. So I have that off. What's going to happen is I can place that title against a transparency. So it's a little bit easier to see it if I want to apply additional titles, or I can have it on to where I see the video itself. And wherever my current time indicator here is my timeline, that's the video that I'm going to see. So that's where that comes into play. Now down here at the bottom, I essentially have some presets down that I can pick from. So I'm going to go ahead and select this one. And then over to the right, you see all the controls that are automatically added to that preset. So I've got a fill color here set. I've got an outer stroke color and shadow selected here, so you can turn those off and on as you deal with your presets. If you wanted to change a color, like if I wanted to change the outer stroke color, I can just select on that and pick a little bit more appropriate color for my particular title I'm working with, and then click OK, and that will in turn change the controls. And then up here, the font size, if I want to increase that to something that would be appropriate and change the placement, I can make those changes. Now, once I have a title that I am comfortable with, then I will just go ahead and close. There's no reason to save this inside of the dialog box. Close the title, and then what happens is it pops up inside of my program or project bin over here to the left. So all I have to do, since I've already set my time indicator here, is I can just click and drag it onto my main timeline, and I want it to start at that point. So then what I will do is I'll just go ahead and just drag this over here, snaps to the end of my timeline, and I have my title set. So when I play this, my title is going to come in right at this particular marker. Just to fine tune a couple of things, I'm going to go ahead and go to my window workspace, go for effects, and I'm going to pick a cross dissolve, and I'm just going to drag that directly onto the title itself. It's going to pick it at this point, so I'm just going to click and drag it on there, release it. So I've got a cross dissolve, and I'm going to double click on that cross dissolve, and I'm going to shorten the duration. So I'm just going to take my slider here and drag it to a little bit less, about 10 seconds there. And then I'm going to go ahead and drag another one on to the end of my particular clip. Double click on the cross dissolve again, and I'm going to shorten the duration of that dissolve once again. So right at that mark, about 11 seconds. And that's what I want. So I have a little bit of a dissolve in for that particular text, and then a little dissolve out for that text. So when I go back to the beginning here and play my movie out, get freeze frame, have the title, then it fades in to what I want. And that's how to apply simple titles inside of Adobe Premiere.